Welcome to the show, everybody. Joseph Robert Camo, the Fantasy Football Counselor. Got an exciting one here for you with a Fantasy Football Mock Draft 2021. Drafting from the 7th position. Going to be walking you through the first 5 rounds, giving you a solid base and foundation for your fantasy football team this year. Now, I've done a mock draft from the 1st and the 12th pick. Go back and check those out. And now where are we now? May 20th, so we're getting near the end of May. Fantasy football is almost here. We are full flow fantasy football guys. Now is the time to get into this and dive in. Now, the reason I do a lot of mock drafts, and you should be as well, is so you get to feel when players are coming off based on ADP, so you know who to grab and when to grab them if you really want them, okay? Now, if you want to dominate your league and you want to be in a listeners league where I host a draft, and of course, there's a prize of $500, guys. Get the 16-round draft solution, guys, at thefantasyfootballcounselor.com. I've also linked it below. 16 rounds is the game changer. Scrap the draft kits. Draft kits are dead. 16 rounds is the game changer. I've also got, now, DM me at Fantasy Football Counselor if you want it, 10 Fantasy Football Secrets Revealed. Just launched a new course. When you go in and get 16 rounds, it'll come up there as an additional course to grab. I highly recommend it. Lots of tips, tricks, and strategies to dominate fantasy football. Head on over to thefantasyfootballcounselor.com. Get 16 rounds. It is the game changer. It automatically enters for the draw to possibly be in the Listeners League. 12 people will be selected. All right, here we go. We are loading the mock draft here. I can see now, if you're listening in the car, I will be walking through step by step which player gets drafted if you're listening on audio. So it'll be very easy for you guys to follow, okay? Now, we are using, not a big fan of it, but based on ADP, it's okay if they got a nice layout. I'm using the Yahoo platform here to simulate this mock draft. And again, we're going 7. So I'm going to pull up the draft board here and all real people here in the draft, okay? So now, here's the interesting thing. I'm really high on Najee Harris here. We're going to be going robust RB as we do in all the mock drafts because that's just the way to go. You want to secure the most scarce position. There's a ton of depth at wide receiver, not so much in the running back position. And based on the other mock drafts that I've done, you see these running backs coming off very, very fast, okay? So I'm going to queue up the best possible running back. I'm going to be looking at a guy like Cam Akers. We see Najee Harris ADP significantly climbing big time. So he's what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17th. He was sitting at 24th on the Sheep's consensus rankings about a week ago. We see his ADP rising. I would take him over Dobbins, Swift, Sanders, Mixon, Gibson, Eckler, Jones, Chubb. Even I take him ahead of Kamara. Kamara is going to be good this year, but he doesn't have Drew Brees, and he had a pinnacle year last year. All right, also, guys, we're going to get into this in about 1 minute and 33 seconds. It says draft starting soon. Before I get into this, guys, head on over to manscaped.com. Amazing products. You can see it here in the picture. This is the Ultra Smooth package. You got the Razor 5 replacement blades, exfoliator, crop gel, everything you need here to groom and stay fresh. And they just launched the Lawnmower 4.0, and you guys can groom and stay clean. Head on over to manscaped.com. And again, use promo code SHOWERLION, guys. SHOWERLION, of course, because I sometimes rant in the shower. SHOWERLION. You're going to save yourself 20%. We got Father's Day around the corner. Things are opening up. You might want to go on a date. You want to stay groomed. Fantasy football is coming up. You want to, be groomed at the draft. You don't want to come in like a hairy beast. That's okay if you like that, but, not my preference. So, yeah. Manscaped.com, use promo code SHOWERLION, okay? Go do that. And smash thumbs up, guys. It really helps the channel. I appreciate it. And leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of the first 5 rounds of this draft and get that 16-round draft solution. Also, I'm super excited. I did that 10 secrets revealed, 10 fantasy football secrets revealed. A lot of insight in regards to the industry and, of course, practical fantasy football advice. And I, priced it so everyone can get it. So if you guys really want it, DM me the word secrets at Fantasy Football Counselor. Also, link it below here on YouTube, okay? I'll send you a direct link to the secrets as well, okay? All right, 10 seconds to go. We're going to get started here, and I'm really curious to see who lands falls at 7. I'm assuming it's going to be guys like Jonathan Taylor, Zeke Elliott are going to be available, along with Cam Akers and obviously Najee Harris, and we're going to see his ADP climb up significantly. So here we go. Now, we are with real people here in the draft. We see this guy named MJ, and not Michael Jordan, obviously. But MJ, you never know. There's a lot of celebrities that play fantasy football. That actually could be Michael Jordan in the room. Chris Aaron's playing here. It's not Aaron Jones, I don't think. But here we go. Anyway, Christian McCaffrey comes off first, Dalvin Cook. Now, you guys know how I feel about Dalvin Cook coming off 2 Cinderella seasons. I personally think a decline is finally coming for a guy who has still not finished a season. All right, so, Jonathan Taylor coming off at 4. So, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley. I think Saquon Barkley's got the highest ceiling out of all of these guys coming off. An injury, yes, but I think he'll be solid. So, Alvin Kamara coming off. So, see, again, I've got the options here. For upside, I like Akers. For security, I like Zeke Elliott. Let's go a safe, secure Zeke Elliott pick here. Now, the problem with Zeke Elliott last year was he had around 244 attempts. I need around 300 attempts out of him. Again, very safe pick here. Again, if you wanted a little more ceiling, you could have gone with a Cam Akers here, and that's okay. Apparently, McVay is saying that Akers is going to be a 3-down back, every down back. So I believe that, okay? So recap, round 1, Christian McCaffrey, Dalvin Cook, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara, Zeke Elliott, Aaron Jones. Way too early for me. I think Dylan's going to get more involved. Contract hangover for Aaron Jones. First round, a little too steep for me. We got the suspect situation with Aaron Rodgers at the time of this recording, so I don't know. Aaron Jones not my guy, especially on a throw-first team. Tyreek Hill, a little early for me. You guys know the reasons I don't like Tyreek Hill. One of them being he's not technically the wide receiver 1. Kelsey gets a little more volume there. Tyreek very touchdown dependent. Is he going to continue to have as many touchdowns he did last year? It's suspect, right? Again, Tyreek very volatile. I'm not going wide receiver, but as you can see, guys, red across the board here. Everyone going running backs, okay? Then Nick Chubb came off at 10. Austin Eckler, way too early for me. A guy that's been a backup for years, got injured last year, not a full workhorse running back. Way too early for a guy like that. And rounding it out, we got Stephon Diggs. Okay, starting the second round, J.K. Dobbins, Clyde Edwards-Helaire coming in at the second pick in the second round. Again, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to step it up a little bit this year. I still think second round is a little early. Devontae Adams due for a decline this year, coming off an 18 touchdown season. DeAndre Hopkins, Antonio Gibson. And I've got options here. I got Cam Akers. Now, here's the deal. If I don't go Najee Harris here, he ain't coming back. So it's literally a coin toss between Akers and Najee. Najee seems a little more appealing to me. I'm just going to go here Najee Harris. That's what my gut's telling me. Cam Akers, not a bad choice. I could have also went Cam Akers and Najee, but I went Zeke Elliott and Najee. But I really like Najee Harris this year. I think he's going to get a ton of volume. I am excited about him, okay? Then we got Travis Kelce coming off the board. There goes Cam Akers, obviously. I like the combination Marcus has. He's probably a Fantasy Football Council Nation fan. Saquon Barkley, Cam Akers, beautiful combination here. And I like that for sure. Let's keep going here. Can I comment here? I haven't used this platform for ages. There should be like a comment section. Who cares? I don't even want to comment right now. I got to focus on giving you this information. But there should be like a comment section here. Let me see. Updates, comments. Come on. What kind of system? It should be easy. Am I totally missing this? Either way, it doesn't matter. I don't need to comment. But there should be like an easy comment section here. Now you guys in the comments, but Joe, you just got to do this. I know. I'm not looking. I'm focused on the draft, okay? I don't see a comment thing on this. All right, doesn't matter. I don't need to talk to these guys. All right, let's recap the second round. J.K. Dobbins, okay? Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Antonio Gibson, Najee Harris, Travis Kelce, Cam Akers, A.J. Brown, and D.K. Metcalf. Now, again, I still going running back, and maybe running back again, but look at the red on the screen. Running backs coming off the board. I would never go tight end this early. As good as Kelce is, I would not touch it, okay? Then you got Joe Mixon coming off the board here late second round. And then we're going to swing back around and see who comes off next. So taking a look here, guys, I want you guys to note this. I talk about this in 16 rounds. Not a lot of good running backs. Now, Mike Davis could have a good year. A lot of people high on him. They saw the quad picture I just posted on my Instagram. Other people posted. I'm not sold. He was a backup. If he was that good, he would have surpassed CMC. I'm not sold on Davis being the guy and the long-term solution. I'm not sold. A lot of upside with Swift, although the offense is still suspect. Chris Carson, but he gets hurt a lot. David Montgomery could be safe, but he's got to contend with Tariq Cohen, who recently lost his brother, so there might be some fire under his ass to succeed. You know how that happens. Sometimes loss provokes people to succeed, so very unfortunate for Tariq Cohen losing his brother. So maybe he gets more volume. You got to look at scenarios. You got to look at their real life situation and what drives them, right? I don't know. I still think Montgomery gets the bulk of the volume. He was the guy last year. I don't see any reason why not. Talent-wise, he is the guy. So that's always good. And everybody else here is a bit of a crapshoot. I mean, it's a committee with Kareem Hunt. Melvin Gordon, I think he's going to lose his job to Javonte Williams. I like Javonte Williams a little bit later for value. Travis Etienne is going to be sharing the backfield with James Robinson, although James Robinson, apparently he's supposed to be the starter. Travis supposed to be more of a receiving back. So I don't know if I'm sold on that. I'm really not. I don't trust it, right? If they didn't, if they screwed James Robinson, they'll screw your fantasy team. So let's recap here. At the end, Joe Mixon and Justin Jefferson start off the third round. Calvin Ridley, Terry McLaurin, Keenan Allen, Pat Mahomes, DeAndre Swift, and Josh Jacobs. A couple of running backs I was considering drafting as my third. I would probably go Montgomery here. I'm going to take a quick glance at wide receivers. Tons of good options here still at wide receiver. I'm almost tempted to just grab one here. I'm suspect on Julio Jones here. Let's go David Montgomery. Running out of time here. All right, so yeah, I'm okay with my 3 running backs. Still 3 workhorse running backs. Got to get some work. And then I'm going to start looking at a wide receiver here. So again, I went robust RB. This guy went robust RB. We'll see what this guy does here. So recap, third round, Ridley, McLaurin, Terry McLaurin, Keenan Allen, Pat Mahomes, DeAndre Swift, Josh Jacobs, David Montgomery. I would have probably considered maybe Swift here. Could have been a decent option. But again, I'm really, really not trusting Detroit. Allen Robinson, not bad here. Darren Waller, Miles Sanders, Chris Carson. Isn't it funny? And then Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen, I think, is pretty good value in the third round. Isn't it funny, though, when you look at wide receivers, how Michael Thomas is now not first overall pick, but everybody was riding his dick last year because he had a good year. This is what the sheep do, right? So if I get Michael Thomas in the 4th round, why not? You know what I mean? Like, someone's got to catch the ball there. Whoever's throwing the ball has got to throw it to Michael Thomas. If he lands here, I'm grabbing him as my wide receiver 1 for value. This is what I'm talking about, guys. You don't just listen to what the sheep tell you and go with what the mainstream does. There goes Michael Thomas there. See, I could have probably went with him at number 3 here and then came back and got another running back. But either way, Michael Thomas, again, better value in the 4th round than the friggin' top 5 pick last year, okay? So let's take a look here before I recap here. Let's take a look at the wide receivers. I'm okay with Julio Jones, but his situation is a little suspect. I like Deontay Johnson. Cooper Kupp is immense value this year. Oh, my God. They got an upgrade at quarterback, and he's a wide receiver 1. Kenny Galladay, wide receiver. Look at all the wide receiver 1s still available. DJ Shark, huge value. I'm just going to go here, Julio Jones, assuming he's still on the Falcons at the time. He is on the Falcons now. Assuming he still is the wide receiver, like he stays on the team, he still will be the wide receiver 1. Now, I know they got Kyle Pitts, and I know Ridley's stepping up, but Julio still is the wide receiver 1 there. And he's had 1 off year. I'm not expecting him to decline, knock on wood. He's still going to have a good year. So, recap the 3rd round. I took David Montgomery, then Allen Robinson, Darren Waller, Miles Sanders. I still don't trust Miles Sanders. They're going by committee there with the Eagles. I don't trust them. Chris Carson, Adam Thielen. I think Adam Thielen in the 3rd round is good value because I think he could still technically outperform. Seriously, he could still outperform Justin Jefferson, okay? Then, starting off the 4th round, Josh Allen. See, Josh Allen, the 4th round, not bad. It's still a little early for me. George Kittle, you got another tight end, the 3rd tight end off the board. Michael Thomas, good value. Mike Davis, again, I'm not really sold on Davis. And look at this guy. This is a poor excuse for a team. His RB1 is Mike Davis. This is a guy believing he can go 0 RB and still get an ace running back. Not true. I'm not sold on Davis being a solution. I think he'll run hard. He's a solid producer, but he's not built to be a workhorse starter, and I don't think he's going to be. I'll take Javian Hawkins with my last pick, okay? There's a sleeper for you, fantasy football sleeper. A deep one, that is. CeeDee Lamb, Julio Jones, I went with. Mike Evans, Godwin. Again, with these guys, it's a coin toss to spread the ball around. Who's the wide receiver 1? Last year, we saw Chris Godwin coming off here in the 2nd round and Mike Evans coming off here in the 3rd round, okay? Late 2nd was Godwin and Evans was early 3rd, okay? And I said stay away from both, and both of them fell out of the top 10, as I predicted. Why was Godwin 2nd round? Because he had finished on top last year. You cannot believe what the sheep tell you, although 4th round is much better value than the 2nd round last year. Amari Cooper, DJ Moore. I'm not sold on DJ Moore. What did he do last year? I mean, Robbie Anderson's the one there. I mean, why are people still high on DJ Moore? Like, get the hell out of here. TJ Hawkins and Robert Woods. Myles Gaskin, not sold on this offense as well for running back. Cooper Kupp, I like the value. Kenny Galladay, I'm just concerned about volume. I think the talent is there, and all of this is predicated on Daniel Jones. I'm not sure I trust him yet. Chase Edmonds, I think that's embarrassing. The guy was a backup his whole life. I would not be comfortable, although 5th round value is pretty decent, but I'm still not sold on him being the guy. I could not trust this team as far as I could throw them. So, yeah, that's a bad pick. So we're going to line up our last pick here. We're going to see what's available. And I'm really all about getting a good quarterback, and I'm early, and I really, really like Dak, and I really like Justin Herbert this year, and Russell Wilson, all solid. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to decline a little bit. There's a lot of drama around him. Jalen Hurts, I don't think he's even going to be a starter, but some of the mainstream sheep saying he's a top 10 guy. Although I see the upside, I see the talent. He's done nothing in the NFL, and when you are drafting a team, guys, always anchor your team with an ace quarterback with minimal committee, okay? So I'm going to take a quick glance here. Let's take a look at the best players, quarterbacks. I'm almost tempted to take Justin Herbert here, but I still think he's going to come back around. I like Deontay Johnson. I'm going to go ahead and draft him. I still think he's going to get the volume. Number one target getter with 144 targets last year. I still see DJ Shark there. I might grab him coming back. So, guys, take a look here. Okay, Lockett's still there. Cortland Sutton could be the one on team. DJ Shark is there. Robbie Anderson's the one on team. Deebo Samuel's still there. Jamar Chase is going to be there, right? Corey Davis, not really sold on him, but Michael Pittman's going to be a star. Devontae Smith here. There's a ton of sleepers here, guys. You don't have to go wide receiver early. I'm telling you, load up on the most scarce position, which is running back, okay? Trust me. Look, my starting wide receivers are Julio Jones and Deontay Johnson, guys. Wide receiver ones on their team, respectively. Amazing value. And I'm still going to get more wide receiver ones. So if these guys fall, I've got two other wide receiver ones on their team, respectively, while still anchoring my ace running backs. Does this make sense? And again, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but nobody else teaches the way I do. They're like, yeah, just get guy based on ADP. That's where he's falling. Get an Austin Eckler. Last year, they said, get Kenyon Drake, get Austin Eckler, get Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb was sharing a committee with Kareem Hunt, and Kareem Hunt outscored him in PPR. Oh, get Michael Thomas, get Lamar Jackson round 2. Screw you guys. You guys are just Godwin round 2, Mike Evans round 3. They're simply doing it based on last year's top finishers. They're wrong on Michael Thomas. They were wrong on Chris Godwin. They were wrong on, Kenyon Drake. They're wrong on Austin Eckler. They're wrong on Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Guys, if you guys do my formula, the 16 rounds, if you follow it, you will dominate your leagues. Okay, guys? So get 16 rounds right now. I'm going to show you a full draft there. I'm going to be uploading full drafts there. I've got the first part of the solution done. You guys can go check it out. All my optimal players in each round. 16 round draft solution. Smash a thumbs up here. I'm just going to do a quick recap here. Myles Gaskin, round 5. Cooper Kupp, Kenny Galladay, Chase Edmonds, Kyler Murray, Kareem Hunt, Deontay Johnson, Mark Andrews, Melvin Gordon, who I think is going to lose his job, Lamar Jackson, Tyler Lockett, and James Robinson to round out round 5. There you have it, guys. Go practice and subscribe to this channel. More mock drafts coming your way. I appreciate you, and I'm just going to give you a bonus pick here. I'm going to go secure my quarterback. Russell Wilson's going to be safe. And he's gone. No, you took Herbert. No. Did they take Herbert? They took him, you sniper, you. I'm pissed, but I'm okay. Tons of other quarterbacks, tons of depth at quarterbacks. So I'm just going to go ahead, Russell Wilson. All right, guys. There it is. A solid base and foundation for my roster already. I could have mixed and matched here. Could have went Akers, Najee Harris. Could have went Jacobs here if he was available. There's a ton of options here, guys. A ton of depth at wide receiver. And you can anchor your team with an ace quarterback. Make sure you back up that quarterback as well. All right, guys, I'm out. Tons of value here for you. I know. Do not hesitate to get those running backs early. I know a lot of people are listening. That's why you see a lot of red here, right? I'm making a huge influence and a trailblazer in the industry. All right, I'll talk soon, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Get 16 rounds. I am out. We'll talk soon.